fire. Luckily she didn't have the range to get me. Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms. Getting started, not really first thing this morning. I don't know what time is it. It's about 10 o'clock actually. Had to go pick up some beef from some of the steers that we have killed over the last few weeks this morning. So got that done first thing. Now we're getting down here to check on this crew. An update, 'cause of course the last video, if you watched it, we had 2 heifers that the neighbor had called us and were out. Thought those 2 had come back in based on the numbers. Turns out we had the numbers wrong. We thought 31 and 40 were out. It was actually 30 and 41 were out. And yeah, you guessed it, those are the only 2 heifers we have not been able to account for in the last few days. So we'll see if by some miracle they're back in here today. They found their way back in. If not, we're gonna do a little bit of a search, get the drone back up. It's cool this morning. We're expecting rain here for too much longer. High is about 10 degrees cooler than it has been. So maybe they're on their feet and we can see them. But yeah, we'll get a head count and you can see there's a few starting to make their way over here. We'll put a little feed out for them and yeah, see where we go from there. A lot of what we do today will depend on what transpires over these next few minutes and we can figure out or not figure out with these heifers. Got this crew fed, a little feed put out for them. Of course, we're not feeding them enough to really matter. It's just enough to keep them coming to a feed bunk a little tame. So it looks like the last straggler I can see will be number 67. So that actually leaves us 7 short. So there should be 5 more in this pasture. Oh, I can see 1. That'll put us at 68. And then those 2 that we assume are still out over on the neighbor's place. But yeah, it is frustrating. The neighbor's place is a pretty big property. Probably similar in size to this one we're on. I don't know exactly. It's also kind of like this property, and there's a lot of timber on it, some open ground. That timber's actually been cut just in the last year, and so that kind of turns it into a wilderness. It's great habitat for wildlife. You know, that big timber turns into just thickets. Excellent places for animals to hide and never be found if they don't want to be. So, you know, too, this farm is on a state highway. Thankfully, the highway is this way. The heifers went that way. So they picked, you know, the best place they could go if they were going to get out. But yeah, that is our priority. If we can especially get a visual on them, is to then figure out a way to get them pushed back into here. But anyway, also, of course, everybody asking about our pregnancy test results. So we did get them back. We checked 19. Of those 19, there were really 8 that we expected should be bred. You know, just naturally the 8 older ones. Checked like that Hereford there, or Hereford Cross, those 2, they were open. Of our older ones, the only 2 that weren't bred, number 216, our favorite, she was bred. 226 is bred. 223 right here is open, which you can see she's a little smaller, just not, I don't know, not quite as nice looking a heifer as some of these others. Now, this one right here, Brahma Cross number 218, she was open. That disappoints me. I really like her. She's good and gentle. We like that Brahma influence in our mama cows. All 3 of these right here at this bunk are bred. So we'll probably go ahead and on that 218, we'll move her home and expose her to the bulls with the rest of our cow herd. You know, to calve with our normal group in the spring. These other ladies will calve this fall. Got some folks that are interested in buying some open heifers, which yeah, we're open to sell. But I don't know. Of course, these black ones, like that 226, we'll probably just run her, or excuse me, 226 bred. 223, we'll probably just run her and sell her as a feeder heifer this fall. She's black. She matches up with the rest of them pretty good. She'll be good size too. But anyway, we did bring the drone. I'm gonna get it up in the air, see if by some miracle I can find those others, which were 68. Still need to find 4 more in this pasture and then 2 more that may still be over on the neighbor. No such luck with the drone, but looks like our last 4 that we knew were already in this pasture I don't see 3. We'll just check numbers just in case, like miraculously one of those others, or those other 2, somehow ended up over there. No, it's 14, 29, and 33. So actually we still are 1 short to get us to 72, that number that we've been, easily able to account for every day. Easy now, don't off act like idiots. Which with just 1, we may have miscounted too. So, but for those 2 that are out, still likely out, if they're in the timber, in the thickets, it's going to be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You're just going to have to stumble upon them at some point. I believe they do want back in here most likely. They got each other. There are 2 of them. Cattle, very gregarious animals. They want to, herd animals. They want to be with the herd. And so, I don't know. Of course, the fence, they could probably, if they really want back in here, just like if they ever really want out, they can find a spot to force their way in. But I don't know. It's frustrating. I would really, really feel a lot better and sleep a lot easier at night if we had them confirmed back into our pastures. But yeah, just for example, my brother on his group the other day, he was moving them from one pasture to the next, opened the gate for them. He kind of walked around them, and something just out of nowhere spooked him. And several of them just took off and ran straight through his cross fence. A lot of this fence is old and rusty. He's got brand new fence. The fences are like 3 years old maybe. 5-strand barbed wire, good wire. Just ran right through it. And so they'll do that. If they hit it, they're gonna break wires, stretch wires out where they can go between them, whatever. So, the key is to not give them a reason to want to get out. Of course, you can't always avoid, some random thing spooking them. But anyway, I don't know. Really don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. I do know it is supposed to rain though. We need to get some other stuff done. The neighbors are keeping a watch out. It is turkey season. Folks are out and about and hunting, spending more time in the woods maybe than they would be here in another month or so. But I don't know. This is going to be an ongoing saga for, I don't know, hopefully not the next few weeks, but it could turn into that potentially. Back home, and need to just check this crew, of course. And we also have 5 cows out here that we need to pregnancy check. 5 that weren't bred to calve this spring. We kept them, maybe we shouldn't have. Exposed them to the bull basically for January and February. So now they're ready to be checked. Again, it's just 5 out of 42, cows we got out here. So we're gonna see if they'll follow us up to the barn and come on inside and let us run those few through and check them. 2, we got several that have still yet to calve. Of course, those aren't the ones we're checking. Not pregnancy checking. I do need to check them just out here and see if any of them are calved. But now, 3289 is who I think will probably be the next one to go. Looks like she has not. Woolly Bear, and then 536. I see her. My father-in-law's cows that really don't have calving window on them. Noticed one of them yesterday was really making a bag. She's probably going to calve here for too much longer. I'm trying to remember what number it was. Maybe in this G34. But anyway, we're going to see if they'll follow us through the gate over there and up the hill to the barn, and we can get some pregnancy checking done. For the most part, they look like they want to cooperate. As I nearly trip over a stick. Go over here and shut this gate because we need them to go that way up to the barn. Yeah, and like usual, they're wanting to move, and so we'll use that to our advantage. They want to go to a new pasture. They don't even care where the pasture is, if the grass is any better, simply the prospect that it could be better and it's somewhere different they like. All right. Oh, a little muddy right there at the gate. So we're gonna see if they'll now follow us up the hill to the barn. We'll get just those few that we need to get caught. A success so far. We got the 5 we need plus a couple of others in here. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go put some more feed in the barn there where all the steers used to eat. And we'll see if we can get the 5 that we need to follow us in here. And then we'll cut back who we don't need and get them checked. Well, none of them wanted to just willingly walk into the barn, so see if we can drive them in there. And yeah, be that much closer. Having this little task completed. It's always so funny. Like, this is our old alleyway. It's open up. We got them trying to go down that way. Like, meanwhile, there's a wide open gate in the barn over here with feed, and they don't want to check it out. But not one more in there that we need to let her work her way out. Keep on going. You can go around that way. She's not one of the ones we need to check, so I'm not worried about her. She'll find her way out there. All right, y'all go. Y'all going in that barn. Just need the first one to be smart. Like always, just need the first one to be smart. Who's gonna be the smart one? Who's gonna be the smart one? Look there, 109's the black white face one up there in the front. She's one of the ones we need to check. So that would be good if she went ahead and volunteered to be the smart one. But these two right here, the Charolais heifer and then this motley face one, need to check them as well. Of course, the old lame cow's gonna be the first one in the barn. That's fine. She can get her little bite to eat in there in the feed bump. Y'all going in there? Y'all going in there? But you're fine. You don't have to go unless you really want to. We'll cut some of these back. Nope, G35, I need you. Okay, so it's nice when you have a fairly calm and easy to handle bunch. I'll make this a lot easier. 2 of them we need to check her in this bunch. All right, you can go back. You can go back. Which one are you? Yeah, you can go back 108. All right, so we need to check 2 black cows. A Hereford cow or a Hereford cross, we won't worry about her. If she wants to run down the chute, she can. But we don't have to worry about catching her. Going down that alleyway. Tell you what, this is a cow. I'm pretty sure it has not calved yet. She checked bred back in the fall, but we got some sleeves. We may go ahead and just palpate her. Just because she's in here, get an idea of how close she is. Not critical that we do that, but hey, y'all going in there. Turn around, all 3 of you. Going in there, going in there, going in there, big mama. Going in there, big mama. Going in there, big cow. Big cow, hey up, let's go, let's go, let's go. Y'all going down that alleyway. Y'all going down that alleyway. Going down the alleyway, there she goes. There she goes, all right. All right, so this first one, actually all 3 of these were from my father-in-law's herd, so don't have a defined calving season on them, breeding season. So she checked bred back in November. She hadn't calved yet, so we're just gonna palpate her. We're not gonna draw any blood. Just see how far along she seems to be. Come on, big girl. Yep, definitely bred. She does not appear to be super far along. She's probably not gonna calve till late summer or fall, which Not ideal, but that's fine. Next two did not test bred in November, so they'll be a lot shorter bred, if at all. I'm still going to palpate and just see, and if we don't feel an obvious pregnancy, we'll draw some blood. I think she bred. I'm gonna call her bred. I'm gonna double check myself. This will be good for y'all. See how accurate I really am. It's G38, so we'll see. Rookie mistake. Had the head gate wide open. So, that's G35. I really need to check her. She's the same situation as the previous. Are you kidding me? I'm an idiot. Okay, we got a few options. I mean, I still got the barn lot shut, so she's not going anywhere, but Lord, this was just gonna make this take a lot longer than it should have. Figure out where I want to run her back in. Probably just need to open the gate back down there and run her back in the big pen. So that's what we'll do. All right, same thing on this one's that first Hereford. We'll check her. She checked bred in November. I haven't calved yet. We'll just see how close she seems to be. Wasn't really our goal for the day, but might as well take advantage of having her caught. She looks like she's a little closer. But definitely pregnant, but I would say the same thing. It looks like she's going to be several more months away. All right. The deal is with that test in November, all the ones that were pregnant just means they were at least 28 days pregnant. So they could have been bred basically the 1st of November, which means they won't calve till like late summer, early fall. Girl. Yeah, I'm pretty certain she's another one to check me on 109. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. Doing good. How about y'all? Yeah. Today actually be good. I'm home right now. There you go. Forward. Step up. Step up, old girl. So super exciting news when I just answered the phone right there. The big tractor, the M135, is coming home today. That's been a saga playing out since before Christmas. And hey, she's back, or she's almost back. So we'll talk more about that as we get her back home. But hey, that's maybe the best news all day. Okay, this is the one I made a mistake on. Should be the last one. Had to shut that time, girl. Not the biggest blood sample, but that'll be enough. Okay, got them all checked. Just need to turn these few back out to pasture. And yeah, that'll be, well, I need to go get these samples packaged up. I got to pick up Willis from school in exactly 2 hours. The girls are doing a road trip. Whole family was supposed to. Kimber turned 10 on Monday. And big eventing show, formerly known as Rolex, I believe it's now known as Land Rover. I don't know, big eventing show in Lexington, Kentucky. It's kind of her birthday trip, a bunch of her friends. Willis and I were going, but he has T-ball makeup games this weekend, a double header. And so we were like, it'd been one thing if we were missing one game, but now it's 2 games. And so we're like, well, and of course I'm helping coach, so it's like, well, he and I probably need to stay behind. So the girls are pushing off for Lexington here just in the next few minutes. And we'll go see them off and then get ready to pick him up and drop some samples off at the post office. But then once I get him home, we got some more things to do. The obligatory dad joke of sometimes it's a crappy job. Actually, not that crappy. But yeah, cows out there on that lush green grass, you're back there at the back end, it tends to get messy more often than not. Well, the rain has made it into the area, but we got most chores done. Had to get some shavings, some pelleted shavings too for the horses. Orders from the wife. So we got that done. And as I alluded to earlier, look what made it home. She's back. The M135 is back, cleaner than it has ever been since I've owned it anyway. Yeah, big shout out, thank you to First Choice Kubota. You know, they've treated us right on the sales side of things. Wasn't the first time I've used them for service, but definitely for something, you know, as big a job as this one was. But which he did point out, he's like, yeah, the outside we cleaned it off really good and had to. They didn't necessarily detail the cab, but you had a little issue in the joystick they worked on for us, had a couple of leaks they took care of as well while it was in the shop. So yeah, eager to get it in the hayfield here pretty soon. Like I was telling the guy, about the only time I missed it was really when we were spreading that fertilizer. The M4 handled that fertilizer buggy, but yeah, definitely like having that bigger machine and a little heavier machine when we're on those hills pulling all that weight. But anyway, I don't know, we got to unload those shavings, gonna put the horses up, or at least the new mare. But it has been a good day. Lots of good stuff coming up. Like I say, just mentioned hayfield. Hayfield is gonna be probably the next big thing going. We've gotten everything preg checked now. I'm pretty sure all 5 of those were bred. I'll be disappointed if they're not. It's both in my palpation skills and just in the fact they're not bred. But yeah, lots of good stuff going on. Appreciate y'all watching. Please keep checking back. I think Willis and I've got some ground beef thawed out. I think I'm gonna eat me a burger tonight. He said he wanted tacos, which I think we cooked tacos Tuesday night. He ate it again last night. He's gonna be disappointed to know his mom wiped out the leftover taco meat today, but I may take some of that ground beef and make just a small batch of taco meat for him. So, all that to say, obviously, we're eating beef tonight. Hope y'all do the same. I don't know where he went, or I'd let him tell you. But y'all eat beef and God bless.